Hey, it's your girl Elle, aka Stylishlyelle, and thank you for joining me. And if you're new here, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I just wanted to do a get ready with me chit chat with you guys. I ramble on all day. I don't even make sense in the video, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, but I really wanted to touch on how it's been kind of like growing up as a dark-skinned woman and having to find foundations. It's 2017 and I still have the same problem that I had years ago, and I'm a grown-ass woman now, you know, so it's starting to get a little frustrating going to the store and not being able to find something that I can readily use. I have to order it, I have to mix foundations, I have to use different things for contouring. Like, makeup just does not cater to people of my color or lighter. Like, I'm not even just talking about black people, I'm talking about like the fairest of the they don't make really bright highlights. They don't make really like white foundations either, and so I know that they have issues finding their shades as well. So this is not just about black people, this is just about makeup brands like opening their minds and accepting the fact that there's more than 3 fucking shades of people in the world. That would be very much appreciated if you guys could accept that. And for those people, for those makeup brands who've been awesome, like Lancome, which is the foundation that I use today, the Tiente Idole Foundation, very fast becoming one of my favorite. Like, every time I use it, I just feel like my skin looks amazing. Kat Von D, my holy grail. These two, I have a few holy grails. I'm actually gonna do a foundation collection just so that you guys can see what my favorite foundations are. But yeah, thank you to those brands that acknowledge the fact that I exist. I'm not gonna keep this video long. As you can tell, I am very tired, okay? It is Tuesday. I'm gonna have to edit this shit so it can go up tomorrow. But the things that I do for you guys, that's all I'm gonna say. Stay tuned and let's get this face done. Bye, and I love you. See ya. So I know you guys are so excited to have my background. Actually, honestly, I did miss it. I won't even lie, I've missed it a lot. So let's just go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and actually I'm just gonna chit chat because there's a lot on my mind that I want to get off of my chest, like when it comes to these makeup brands and these big YouTubers and all that good stuff. So all products that I use is just going to be listed in the description bar below, because if I try to do this not, you know, in a different way, we're gonna be here for a minute. So in my last video I talked a lot about how like Maybelline extended their shades and basically did not put the shades in the motherfucking store. A lot of editing to do. But basically, my whole life I've had to deal with feeling like I'm not the best. So I'm going to talk about an issue that's very sensitive, and a lot of people aren't going to really like what I'm going to say. But if you're African, maybe you've experienced it. If you're not, then well, I'm here to tell you. And vice versa. Honestly, I'm not the one to judge. So when I first came to the States, so when I was growing up in Ghana, I never experienced like racism or anything like that. At least not from the white people that were there or anything like that. I was very naive as a child. I wasn't really exposed to any of those things growing up. So when I first came to the US, the form of racism that I received was actually from African Americans and not whites or anything. My school was predominantly an African American school. I was also like shocked by the culture because, you know, I came into class and people are like yelling at the teachers and stuff. You can't do that shit in Africa. Like, you would get smacked by the teacher, and if you told your parents that you got smacked by, you know, the teacher, they will probably beat you some more, basically. So that's basically the culture that I was exposed to. And it got to the point where I started being like the funny one, you know. A lot of my friends will tell you like I'm basically like very I can't talk while I do my eyebrows. Let me finish my eyebrows and I'll be oh, where's my remote? I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, and by the magic of editing, I am back. So let me continue with what I was saying. So I had to learn how to be funny, right? Because I would always need to dodge or make my skin thicker to all the jokes about how dark I was, okay? Or that I'm an African booty scratcher. If most of you, if you don't know, I am from Ghana. I was born there. I came to the States when I was about 10 years old, and I've been here ever since. I do go home a lot to visit, and I already stated that I will be going back very soon to visit in the next few weeks, so I am excited about that. And today, if you can't already see, we're going to be using the Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I've had this for a while, I've just never used it. And so we're just gonna go ahead and do some looks with it. But yeah, let me just keep on blabbing. So yeah, basically, you know, I had to learn how to build a tougher skin. It was always difficult for me when it came to makeup and stuff. Even in high school, I never wore makeup, but then my dad was really strict. I was the kind of person that I wasn't allowed to watch TV Monday through Thursday. And it's become such a habit that I actually, for the most part, don't have a TV. Like in my bedroom, now, I don't have a TV. I was never that girly girl ever. So it was just always, you know, me doing plain face and everything like that. I never really discovered makeup until, I can't even remember, because even in my beginning stages of college, I didn't use makeup. I really didn't use makeup until I was out of college. Plus, a lot of trends like of makeup wasn't around back then. Like, I don't remember the whole like concealer phase, or even like drawing in your brows. I don't remember any of that. Anyways, I'm saying all this to say that it's hard being my age, and I'm 27. I turn 28 soon, if you guys don't know, and still having to struggle when it comes to my identity. And that's just like being a dark-skinned woman in general. It's still such a very difficult thing for me to deal with, you know. And so I think that's why I find it quite offensive and hurtful when makeup brands decide that people like me, people that have my skin tone, don't really need their foundation, and even if you make them, that I can't access them when I go into the store. Do you know how, and this is not even just talking about just dark skinned women in general, like I'm talking about like the people who are extremely light as well, because there's like a lot of like pale people who don't even get foundation that would look good on them, you know. And right now I'm going in, I'm using Primavera, and I'm just cutting my crease with that. I did wet my brush a little bit, if you guys are wondering what I'm using. This is not really a makeup tutorial, this is more so just to sit down and chat with you guys about how I've been feeling lately with all this social media stuff about makeup. So yeah, but if you guys watched my last video, I'll link it up below. I did talk about how Maybelline, okay, which is a really good brand that I have a lot of their stuff. I really love them. Their lipsticks to me are one of the best at the drugstore. And unless you've been living under a rock, then you know about the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, right? I don't, because I mean, I know about it, I know it exists, but I've never been able to use that foundation. And it's just, you know, you hear all these people talk about how great a foundation is, and I get really excited, and I'm like, oh, you know, maybe they'll have a shade for me, and I go and there's nothing. So imagine my excitement when I find out that Maybelline is coming out with like 20 new shades, and there's a shade for your girl. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, these makeup brands are like finally stepping up their game. I live by a navy base, and that plane was so close to my house that it just knocked down everything. Let's just ignore it. Anyways, I got so excited, and I saw one of the YouTubers who's like my skin tone basically review the foundation. But I got so discouraged when she started to tell the story of how long it took her to find the foundation. Like, she almost gave up trying to look for it to record. And I was just thinking to myself, well, whoop-de-fucking-do, Maybelline, you know? And I don't think I'm ever going to understand. These shadows, by the way, are so fabulous. And I'm gonna switch palettes really quickly. I'm gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. I'm going to take this green shade right here. I'm gonna put it in my corners and the first half of my bottom lashes. So yeah, and I was just, you know, I was just annoyed, and so I decided to take it upon myself and go on the Maybelline website, search for the colors. And the first time I did it, I think it's because it was so new. It actually wasn't even on the website. But I feel like, okay, if I go in the store, okay, if I go in the store, and I can't get my shade, oh, you messed up there. Yeah, this is my first time using Anasatasia Beverly Hills products, and I must say I'm like impressed. I'm gonna take the Morphe E54 brush. This is slightly bigger than the one that I'm used to using, and I'm gonna go in today with the Lancome Tiente Idole. Since I used it the first time on my channel, I haven't grabbed for this again, but I keep looking back at the pictures that I used when I used this, and I'm just like, what foundation did I use? Give it another chance today. I did love it the first time. I wouldn't say that I hated it. I did love it. I'm gonna wet my brush a little bit, but yeah, they don't cater to people like me in this area. But you have companies like Lancome, and I just want to say thank you, Lancome. Thank you, Becca. Thank you. What else? You know, Black Opal. Thank you. Even Kat Von D, you know, Kat Von D stepped it up when she decided to expand her shade range, and now, you know, all I do is recommend her product to everyone. Like, I just keep recommending it to everyone and telling them this is my favorite foundation. And the fact that I have a foundation that is high end, I have a couple that are high end that I can choose for, it's nice. I would just like to feel like I can walk into Target or Walmart and get a foundation. It's not like we don't have anything. That's not the issue. I mean, obviously I have a YouTube page, so I have foundations that do work for my skin, but I just hate when I feel excluded, when I feel like brands are excluding me from, you know, just from everyday, from being able to go in and pick whatever I want. This foundation though. So you guys, I'm gonna take the NARS Creamy Radiance foundation, concealer. This is in the shade Cacao. You guys already know that I have this in the total coverage. I've had this for a while. I've had this even longer than the other one, but this is my first time using it, and let's see what the big fuss is about. Again, I do want a lighter color because I feel like this has too much red in it. Dear makeup brands, not every black person has a red undertone. I'm not clay. I got this brush, doesn't have a name on it, but I got it from one of my BoxyCharm boxes, and I haven't used it, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. hate this brush, but I don't. The only thing is it's extremely dense, which is good. I love that it can get in here as well. It's still very full rounded, but it gets in there better than my other brushes. I do think that it works better if you wet it, and I know I did wet it, but I don't think I wet it enough. But it actually is blending out quite nicely. If you wonder why I put a stripe of concealer here, what it does is it reverse contours. So you see it already looks like I have contour on my face, but it's actually my skin color because there's concealer here and concealer here. It's just a little trick, you know, that we have to do as dark skinned women. Thank you Cover FX for making a powder that's good enough for me to set my face with. And now I feel like everything that happens with like dark skin people, it becomes like a trend. Cover FX came out with a deeper powder. Then I don't know who did it first, Laura Mercier or Cover FX, and then everyone starts making a deeper powder. And I'm just thinking to myself, so before, what was y'all doing before? Like we needed one before, right? But nobody did it. And then when somebody did it and then they see it, it's like, oh, okay, this can be a thing. And you know, we need to make one for black people. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, I get it. I know that a lot of companies get nervous because they feel like, you know, black people don't purchase a lot of makeup or buy a lot of makeup, which is bullcrap. Hence the freaking IKEA box that's behind me, okay? You can't generalize all black people. You can't generalize all white people. Some black people like makeup and some black people don't. And some white people like makeup and some white people don't. My sister-in-law is white and my sister-in-law does not like makeup. Like, she likes to look nice and I'll do her makeup for her, but she's not gonna wake up on a daily basis and do her makeup. My sister is watching this video right now. Hey Yvette, hey girl. My sister does not like makeup. You know, it's just recently that she started to get into it, and I guess me doing the YouTube thing kind of helps her, you know, be at home and figure out what to do with her stuff, because she ain't got time for this. I love makeup. I mean, people ask me if I'm gonna do it as like a profession or ain't nobody got time for that. Now I'm just dipping into Love Letter. I'm using that as a blush. What can I do? Okay, so we're gonna go back into that green color that we use in our inner corner, and we're gonna place that like right here. Y'all can watch. You can watch. You can watch. Anyways, so my best friend is getting married in the next couple of weeks, and I am so excited. I'm one of 2 maid of honors. My other partner in crime is Ida Bear. Ida Boo Boo. Hey, you know I love you, Sugar Bear. But that's my love. We all went to college together, and yeah, we've just been in each other's lives ever since. They're like my ride or die girls. Like, I love them. I'm basically, sorry, I'm mimicking what I did on the top lid. My Revlon, you guys know the 40 Already eye art. I'm obsessed. So obsessed with this. I'm just gonna put it in the, I tried this the other day and I lived it. Just put it in the inner corner. This is like taking inner corner highlight to the max. And y'all know I live for my inner corner highlights. Okay, so for my lips, I'm gonna take Sin by MAC. It's like the perfect matte burgundy shade. I've had this for a while and I lost it. Turns out it was with my friend. But yeah, I'm gonna put that all over my lips. I love this burgundy shade. Like, why is my look so fall? Isn't it so fall, you guys? Ooh, y'all remember this bad boy? This is NYX Mega Lip Shine. This is in the shade Miami Babe. Y'all know Miami Babe was the thing back then. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Yes, this is what I wanted. Let me go get this wig together and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay guys, and that's it. I'm back. You know, I'm doing a little light color. It's summer, you know, just gotta brighten up the face a little bit. I wish I actually did record step by step of how to do this look. If you want a more in-depth tutorial of this look, again, you can always request it down below. I'm gonna try and put the stuff in the description box. To be honest, that rarely happens, so yeah. But if you want to know what something is, if it's not there, you can always just hit me up on my social media. Everything is at Stylishlyelle. I made it very easy for you guys to find me. And again, thank you so much. The subscribe button, now I know, is shit. Where is it? Here? Oh crap, I think it's here. Whatever, I get confused. The thing switches. What you get what I'm saying. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I can't wait to start the series so we can really roast these makeup brands. If you are for the cause, not just for dark skin, but for the lighter tones, or the fact that you gotta mix. I know we all come in different shades. I get it. I don't mind mixing shades. I just want to have the option to mix. See what I did there? Do you see what I did there? And if you don't give me that option, then yeah, I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna come for you guys. Okay, I gotta go because my lighting is just doing a whole bunch of stuff. But until next time, thank you guys. Bye. Fuck, where am I going? I have a full face of makeup and ain't got nowhere to go. I have to FaceTime somebody. This beat is too serious.